Morning everybody, it's Tuesday morning. Excuse the massive thing on my lip. Tell him run down when I've got cold sores, but just got to lick it up and get on with it. Just like my mother says. In the greenhouse at home, I've been advised to remove the bubble wrap from the top of the roof here in the greenhouse, just to let more light in. Of course you can see them state of the minging windows. That's a job to do as well. I need to clean them windows off. I have taken a lot of things out of the greenhouse at home. They're in the car and I'm going to take them down to the allotment and put some space in. The things I don't need to be under lights are going to be taken down to the garden for natural light. The only thing I need is warmth, so I'm going to take some advice in regards to that. On here, the onions are doing alright. I have noticed, unfortunately, one of them is starting to get a bit soft. Now, I don't know if that's normal or not. If it's not, then it's probably a sign of this is rotting away. The other two are still nice and firm on here, nice and firm, so fingers crossed we'll see what comes of those. They are in a frost-free environment, and I have moved them from off the floor to up on the top shelf here. In the grow room itself, I have taken a lot of things out of here in preparation for, because there's only the onions and the Cumbrian leeks that I need in here for the lights, and I still need to lower this bench down as well, which I'll not be doing today, but I will be doing sometime in the future, just for the onions. These alley leeks and things, I've already taken a few down to the garden. I need to sort them out, but everything else is coming on canny at the moment. So time to head down to the garden. I've got my little bag. I've got some potting up to do, and also some sort the fire out and everything, keep everything nice and warm. I'm going to get a plan put together and get sorted down in the garden as well, and do a bit of tidying up and stuff as well. So I'll see you down at the garden. Hi guys, right, down to the allotment. I've brought the start of my leeks down. I'll show you them. Well, I've just dropped one of my leeks. I'll show you them once I put them in next door and to get everything in here. I've got the fire on, cut some wood up. I've got a couple of flowers here down at the bottom. I'll show you them. Then get cracked on, I suppose. So I'm going to put these down and get sorted out. Okay, so I've got all my leeks here at the moment. I've got the ones that's all next door, which you've seen. This is the top greenhouse here. I've got all of the Betty Black leeks that I got off Chris Lang. I've got Ellies there, 20 Ellies there. I've got no 20 Ellies there, so I've got 40 Ellies altogether. They're from the early sowings, the early pricking out. I've got the six Betty Black ones I got off Stephen Kidd, and I've also got the rest of the intermediate leeks that I got off Stephen as well. So the majority of the leeks are now down. The only leeks I've got saved and keeping up with the garden, like I mentioned before, are going to be the Cumbrians. I've got some potting on to do, which is going to be the Betty Black leeks, and I'm also going to take a look at the Ellies. So I've got all of this to do potentially today as well. So I'm going to see what needs to be potted on and get started potting on with them. Oh, and here's me flowers, by the way. So we've got Lily on the right and Daisy on the left. So they've come down to help me. Lily hasn't really. She looks like she's been for a roll around in the mud, so she's going to have to get a bath when we get home. But yeah, they've come down to the garden to spend the day with me as well. So I've got, let's say, all of those to pot on with, and I've also got all of these in here as well. So coming on, getting on, and getting natural daylight. I'm going to get on with what I need to be potted on with now. What I'm doing, as you can see, I'm potting on. I have already put up some more compost bags so that I can use it as for the trays for the bottom of the tray, like I've done just about here. Now these are one Ellie leeks that I've potted on so far. That's them ones there. And I've got the compost bag at the bottom for the watering from the bottom. And these are the ones that I first potted up on the 20th of the 11th, so they're well overdue. Now, the roots aren't as far as I like them to be, but they are ready to be potted up. Now, normally if they're shown at the bottom, probably could stay in a little bit longer. But just, these ones I wanted to test first, because I wasn't going to keep them in the same compost. I didn't want to reuse that compost. So with these ones, all I'm doing is just getting rid of the soil and just having a look at the root system. Now, they are nice, clean and white, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm just going through all of these at the minute and just checking them, because if you remember when I first potted these ones up, I didn't check the bottoms and I just put them, every single one that I could find, into the soil. So all I'm doing with these ones is just going through them all, checking them now. Some warm compost, just humax with some vermiculite and perlite. Just putting them into the bigger pots. You don't want to be putting them into too big pots, just little increments. It's like what I think it was Paul that mentioned to me. It's no good putting a child in an adult's bed or something like that. It's too small for such a large bed. Now the plants, if you put them in too small, the root system is going to struggle. So you want to be putting them on in increments. So I've went from that size pot to that size pot, and if I put that in there, you can see there's only a little bit of a difference, but that's enough difference for them to carry on growing. And in here they're going to be nice and warm because the fire's going to be on 24/7 now, from last night, because I was down here last night sorting some stuff out. I've been sorting wood out and everything. So that's them, and that's that potted up. It's nearly potted up. I'll take his next door quickly. I'll just show you the ones I've already potted up, because I've potted up Chris's the Betty Black leeks as well. So there, the Betty Black leeks I've just potted up. There's 12 in there, and there's 6 in the back there as well. So I'm going to get on with the rest of these ones and pot the rest of these ellies up. Look who just walked in. Hello, Grandad Dave.
Hello, everybody. How's things going?
Everybody's been sending you messages saying hope you've been well over Christmas.
Oh, very well, yes. Lack of drink, though, that's what it is, the lack of drink.
You don't drink anymore, so that's why.
We're battening the hatches down for this storm coming.
Yeah, there's a storm on its way, so I'm going to have to sort everything out. That's another job to do as well. So I'm going to get on with the rest of these leeks.
Yes, I've just done mine.
And Grandad's getting his sorted. Bye, Grandad.
You don't want any cooking apples, Steve?
Nah, I don't want any cooked apples, I'm fine. You still got some fresh ones, have you? There you go, well stored. Well stored cooking apples. I've got my own apples in the back here.
Right,
no. Alright, see you later, Grandad.
Bye.
So yeah, well, I did mention to Grandad everybody's messages have passed on for New Year and things as well. And I just mentioned that there before. And like you say, I'm very thankful. So thanks everybody for their comments and their messages. I'm going to get on with these now, and anyways. Really pleased I checked these leek roots now before I just potted them on, because I've managed to find one here that the roots are rotten at the bottom. So at the bottom here you can see this one here is not as nice and clean as like these ones here, and the bottom of the root plate here is brown. See if I can get that. See if I can do that. Well, it's brown on the bottom of the root plate, so that one there is no good, so it's going into the bin. No good. But the rest of them, I'm pleased with the outcome of them. The roots are lovely and clean. The bases are lovely and clean after doing that little bit of disinfectant on them. So I'm pleased I did that and took advice and got them sorted. Now they're in the paint pots now, because I've run out of other pots. So paint pots will do for now, till I go into the 2 litres, put in the 2 litre pots. So that's them ones done. The other ones are done next door as well. Time to move on to the next task. Okay, now I'm going to pot these leeks, these intermediate leeks, into 2 litre pots. Right, so far I've got Ellie's potted up. I've got what, 12, 24, 31. The rest have been culled. I did notice on some of them, of course, the roots weren't very good. They started rotting away, the root rot. Others were just, there was one with rust on. Took the flag off that, burnt that, got rid of that. The rest of them all nice and clean. Roots are nice and clean. I'm pleased with the way they've turned out so far. So these will stay in here in the greenhouse at the garden in natural daylight until they need to be potted on into the 2 litre pots. They're in pine pots at the moment. 2 litre pots will be next. These Betty Black leeks, these ones I've just potted on this morning as well. They will soon pick up once, because it's just because they've been put in the new compost. These ones here, I have nicked one of them right the way back, far nigh destroying it, but I know it will, fingers crossed, come back. Probably done that too far, but the rest of them are fine and dandy. Behind us here, I'll just spin these around and show you. So, intermediate leeks are all in the big watering tray at the back. Trying to keep the flags out of the watering tray. So at the moment, it doesn't look like I've done much, but I've done all the potting on I need to do so far. The rest of the stuff at the home need to potting on as well, and then that'll be them done. I could have really done this on a night time, but I'd rather get it done and it's over and done with. What was I going to show you? Oh yes, I don't know if you remember, but of course I showed you my granddad Dave's leek I've got in the 9 litre air pot. Now, just move this across here. Now this is the leek I put in a little while ago. I put it in for over the winter to see how things progress over the winter, see if I can keep it going. And at the moment, that's where it's currently at the moment. So I'm pretty pleased with the way it's turned out so far. Whether I can to use a graft afterwards is a different matter. But I'm happy with that. And on top of that, if you turn around and look at the bottom, there's loads of roots coming out the bottom of it. Oh, it's bloody heavy, that. I've just got it in a tray with some water for the roots to hit the bottom. And that's in here as well. So, on to the next task. So the next task is to go pick the kids up from school, because it's that time of day. All I've done today is pot it on. I wasn't expecting to come down and pot everything on. Didn't realise it was going to take so long neither. So it looks like I've got tomorrow to do the things outside that I need to get on with. I have had a few ideas in regards to changing a few things around, which I'll just tell you about now before I shoot off. So the things I'm going to change are all to do with the tunnel. Now, if I was growing cauliflowers and stuff like that in here or anything like that, then these 2 big beds will be fine. But last year I found it not very practical trying to get leeks in. Now of course I did have 2 rows down here, and I could get 2 rows down there. I've changed my mind in regards to what I was going to call leek house. That's going to be the onion house. I'm going to put onions in there, and the leeks are going to predominantly stay in here. So what I'm going to do is I do have to get I'm making some breeze blocks to go for the foundations of the now onion house. I'm going to sort out all of these. I'm going to have to take all of this soil, probably put it on one side. I'm going to build either a U trench around there with a one in the middle. Alternatively, I'm going to have 3 trenches, one there, one in the middle and one at the side. So I'll have plenty of space to walk in and around, so that I can get in and out no problem. That's what's going to happen in here. So this isn't quite yet finished. I've still got to get the beams for it to go down the side. So like I say, still got lots on. I just need to get the equipment and get the stuff. But that's what I'm going to do in here to make things a little bit more easier for myself. And this is going to be for leeks predominantly only. So these are going to be show leeks. The structure down there, it's going to go down there, will be for mainly onions, and that's going to have the same. It's going to have a U bend across, and that'll be for them as well. Grandad's been so kind to drop some used compost off. Now I've just got to bag that up, and I'll use that compost and the used compost I've got in here in the bags for me dahlias, which I still need to get sorted out. And if you see, a few of them are sitting at the back there. So I've still got them ones to pull out as well, so I'll pull them ones out tomorrow. Them 3 trenches at the bottom there, they're going to be pulled down when I get round to building this. They're going to be pulled down because I want to put a big shed on the end of there and put my fire in there. Another idea what I had not really an idea, it's something I've picked up from Nigel from Muddy Boots. He's grown his carrots in the water tanks, big old water tanks from the loft. Now that's a small one there, but I do have a big one in that shed, in the shed here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out. We'll have a bit of an experiment. A nice big one there. I'm going to pull that out of there, fill it with sharp sand, sharp sand, then I can core them out and I can put some carrots in there for shows, and that'll be my experiment for this year for showing with the carrots. From there, next year I can, because I'm not going to get enough chance, I'm not going to get enough time to be able to get more of these barrels. I'm still waiting for them coming, to chop the bottoms off, to build a structure, to get that one thing at a time, Dean, one thing at a time. So that's what I'm going to do for the carrots, keep things nice and simple, nice and easy for myself. These are going to be going inside, so I can not be long. Strawberries I'll have outside for the winter. But looks like I've just got some tidying up to do from the animals, but that'll be me done for the day. Appreciate there's not been much done today, but there has been, so to speak. All the leeks are potted in to 2 litre pots. 2 litre pots, Ellie's and everything. Ellie's looking good. Betty Black's will pick up and get sorted out. Still got more to pick up this Sunday. I'm going to go up and see Gary Williamson. As long as I can get up this time. I've tried a couple of times to get up, but sadly things are getting in the way. So I'm going to go up and see him on Sunday as well. But I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see what I can get done outside. Down the plot, time to get sorted. I've got my list of jobs to do. I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'm just going to get on with them and fill them as I'm going. Fire is on, as you can see down there. It's roaring away. It's alright, decent warm in here from last night. I've got to come down every night and every morning now to make sure this stays on for the leeks. But it's a sacrifice I've got to do until we get sorted out. So let's get cracking on with today's jobs. So as you've seen there, I had a visit there from one of the guys down here, Lou, and he was very kind enough to pop me down. Show you. Is this section here. Now this section, he's just sitting around the garden, and he thought it would come in very handy for me for the top of my chimney. So I can put that on top of there and stops the water getting in as well, which is down into the fire, which is a handy little adaptation. But what I need to do is I need to be able to fit this onto the top. So that's fit on there, lovely. It doesn't matter about the little gaps and stuff like that, but it's on top, stops the rainwater coming down. So thanks very much, Lou. That's given us another job to do, but at least it's a job that needed to be done, which I didn't know about and I wasn't planning on doing. So that is that sorted out, so no more water should be getting down the bottom of there. I've had a few questions in regards to the mystery fruit trees that I got a couple of years ago. Now last year they didn't flower, but this year, fingers crossed, we do get a chance to get some fruit on to see exactly what they are. Regardless what they are, they're going into the ground. They've survived, fantastic. I do have one behind us here, which will be going into the orchard. That's this one here. It looks the healthiest. So I've just potted that up in a large pot with my own compost, and that'll stay in there for this year. And when it comes to the other ones, what I'm going to do, I've just sorted out all of the compost bins. So I've got one there, miss a bed, one there, miss a bed, one there, miss a bed, one at the bottom. And in between those, the trees will be going. I didn't want to put the tree too close to here because the tree will get bigger and bigger, and it could impact the polytunnel itself. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sink these trees in the ground. So one tip with the trees, fruit trees, if you get them rooted, obviously with the root on the bottom, and also in pots as well, what you need to do is you always need to dig a larger hole in the pot or the root, because if you dig one the same size, you'll restrict the growth on the bottom. So if I pop that into there, it's broke the soil up around the edges so the roots can move her down as well. So it's just a quick little handy tip for you. this tree here, that is in up there, I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to put that into a bigger pot for this year. Then once I get next year, when I get these garlic pulled up, I can sort out that bit at the end there. But in the meantime, I've gotten 1 in, 2 in, 3 in. So there's 3 trees there. 2's going to go into pots. We'll see what comes of them this year, if not next year. Another tip as well is stake them up. So stake them. Don't wrap things too tight around the stakes. Just I've done one on here as well. I don't know if you can quite see there, but I've just got some little rope to go around it, not too tight. They just need a good watering in, and then that's them done as well. I've just spotted a nice little rainbow in the background here. I don't know if you can quite make that out. I'll have to have a look in the video. Get me out of the way. There it is there. So you can see the rainbow. You can also see the state of the sky as well. At the minute it's sunny, so while it's still sunny, I'm going to get on with the other jobs I've got planned to do. Next task, which I'm going to get done, will be the last job of the day for down at the allotment here, is to get these dahlias that I had saved stored, ready to go for basically get them started off. Now what I'm using is old compost, mushroom tray, newspaper and dahlia. So this is the golden scepter, the one with the small white, yellow ball. It's like a pom-pom sort of thing, but it's a large variety. Dahlia. So this is all being cleaned off to the best that it can be. I've trimmed the edges right back. So, because what we want is to promote new growth, so we'll just trim all of these back. Now this is a large one. This is the second year, sorry. So it's already been in 2 years. And all I'm doing, paper to line the bottom. So paper out, that is. If any youngsters watching, this is called a newspaper. This is how people used to get the news the day after it happened. Technology's moved on now, and we can all see exactly what's happened when it's happening. So all I'm doing is just a couple of pieces of paper. This is just a free paper I got through the door. Comes in very handy after having a read. Let's see what's happening in the local area. So that's in there, like that. Then I get me spent compost. This is the compost from the peppers. I've got more down at the bottom from the tomatoes. Put a thin layer in across the bottom, because we don't want to be digging. I don't want to be putting these dahlias down underneath. We just want them to be sitting on top of the compost, just to get them started again. You know, these do require a little bit of bottom heat. Bit of warmth, just to get the soil warmed up the temperature for them to think, oh, I don't know, I need to start producing more, I need to start producing flowers. It's that time of year. Sorry about that, my phone dropped from the greenhouse window and it's dropped on the table and it's dropped on the floor and it's smashed, and I now can't press the touch screen on it anymore. I use my phone for uploading these videos and everything, and editing and doing the videos and all sorts, so I'm a bit devastated at the minute. I'll have to try and sort something out with that. Anyways, I'll get this bit sorted out and then see what I can do after that. I'll be going home after this now. So just getting the rest of this stuff sorted out. All I need to do, as I was saying before, put the dahlia, once it's all trimmed back, trim it all back, put it in here, just get the spent compost. I don't want it to be covering it up fully, I just want to be sitting it in. Getting all the nooks and crannies. Trying to get all of the tubers touching some compost somewhere, as that's where the new roots will come from. Like I say, this is just a big in this one, so that's that done in there. All right, I've got a few more to select through. I'm going to get that sorted next. I'm going to do that now, then I'm going to go home and try and sort out my phone problem. Right, that's all of those done. As you can see down here, if you can see, that is, that's these ones done. I've got Arabian Night, I've got Avignon, I've got Mystery Day in there, also Vancouver, so there's a few small ones there. We've got Procyon, which is a lovely fiery one. I've got 2 of those in because I want to take a fair few of those. Crazy Love, another Procyon there. Colour Spec, which is a nice purpley colour one as well. Got Arabian Night, which is a dark coloured one. Got Jamaica, which is a lovely red and white, and I've got Golden Scepter here, which I started off with, which is the pom pom variety. I've also got a Lopa in here. We've got Purple Gem. We've got Speckled Purple, so that's the mix speckled. That's speckled mix, but it's a purple one, and that is the colour Speckled again. So that's all of those in. Well, it was going to be a good day, but with my phone breaking, I'm a bit disappointed. I'll sort that at home and I'll show you what I'm going to sew at home for the January sewing box. Sunday morning, I've first day coming down to see him, to come and see Gary. I mentioned earlier on, I'm coming up to see Gary, then I'm going over to see Jeff, then I'm going over to see Dave. So 2 out of the northeast this morning. I've brought some goodies up for Gary as well, and he's asked for some bits and pieces, and he's given me some bits and pieces as well. I'll show you what I'm getting in a second. This greenhouse is massive, absolutely huge. This was all on the plot to begin with, as Gary was telling us. And he's also got a shed as well at the backyard with his fire and his pipes and all in. It's exactly the setup I want in mine. Exactly the setup I want in mine. He's even copied us, right? He's got the same fire. He's got the same park rate. But his is all the pipes and everything are in much better than mine are. And he's got them all run underneath the benches. Of course, it is nice and warm when you put your hand on here. So you've got a heat bench. No messing about with pipes or anything like that there. So I'm getting some onions, and I'm getting some leeks from them as well, which I've got in my box in the back of here. So I brought some giant seeds down as well, which I've given some giant seeds. I've got some Mackenzie leeks, I've got some Peter Glazebrook onions, Billy Lamb onions, and I've got some Peter Holden ones on there. So I've got them to pot on and play with, but I'll show you them next week. I'll be sorting them out over the next couple of days. And I've left some sunflowers and lupin seeds and all sorts of love getting myself as well. So garden's great. First thing you notice when you walk in is the polytunnels. This handsome chap is Gary.
Handsome.
So thank you very much, Gary, for letting us come down and look at the garden, and thanks for the stuff, and look forward to growing the stuff you've given us, so cheers. So the first thing you noticed when I come into the garden was the 4 polytunnels. Now, taking inspiration from these, because very cheap, cheap enough to get from what Gary was telling us. They're about £100 for the frame. Now these are just the cheap ones that you get with the green cover on. And all I've done is just boarded them out on the outsides and getting the cover on. I think it's about £50–60 for the cover. So all in all, with a bit of time, a little bit of wood, extra strengthening of the polytunnels, about £150. And they're long tunnels. Gary just needs to get sorted. It's going to get sorted with the insides and stuff, with the beds, and then there's going to be his onion beds and stuff like that as well. But that's exactly the kind of thing what I'll be looking at doing on the next door plot at the bottom, once I get the trenches built from the breeze blocks. But yeah, great ideas. It's like I say, it's cost effective as well, and it'll last you as long as you put it right. It's going to last you a long time. I say that's a massive greenhouse. It's fantastic. I've gotten some goodies from Gary, which I'm very grateful for. He's even got a horse feeder in the back there, which he gets free horse manure from. So it's ideally situated. Lots to do for him, but it's been nice to come down and see him. Now I'm going to head from here. I'm going to head down to check my goodies down. I'm going to go and see Jeff, and then see how he's been getting on as well. So I'll see he's down at Jeff's. He's progressing on. He's just had a massive delivery of timber, so he's been very busy.
And chippings.
And chippings. He's not been doing much, like it's all the other lads that's been busy. So I have come down. He's just been digging some leeks up to take home for tea, and he's been potting up his strawberries. But you'll see all of that on his update this coming week as well. Everything's looking great. He's got his strawberries in the polytunnel now. He's got spring cabbage in the 100-foot greenhouse, which is 100 foot. It's massive. We've been having lots of conversations, lots of new things going on. Some advice given and taken on both halves. Look forward to seeing how things progress over the next couple of months. Jeff's getting a fire in his 100-foot polytunnel, so that'll be exciting for you. We get that in the middle.
Big job to build it, but once we get it done, we'll spend all summer on it working it out and get the heating worked out, what heat we need and what gear we need.
Then by the time we see, because the size of it, it's not just going to be like a normal standard.
By next year we should go.
So he's just getting himself back into the swing of things, which is once again lovely to see, especially after he's having his 14 months holiday with his gammy leg. After your little trip, the trip which happened up there. He's been warned again not to go up there, but yeah, I mean, just on the backyard, strawberries, he's got tons and tons of strawberries and everything. He's the man to follow for the strawberries.
That's the second years and the third years.
And he's got some trial ones which are on the back, but which he'll tell you about in anyways. So I'm heading off over to Dave's now. Like I say, there's not been much update. Just popped in to say hello. I've given him some seeds from the giant stuff that I've bought, and also swapped out some stuff as well. And I've got myself a new header tank as well for my fire, for when I put my new fire in the top greenhouse. So I've got to take that home and clean that up and sort that out as well. I'll take it to the garden. Right, I'm going to head off to Dave's and see that crazy man. So I'll see you over at Dave's. So just arrived at Dave's allotment. Trying to see if I can find him. It's starting to get a bit dark now. I say I've had a good tour of the northeast today. Just dropped Jeff off at his house. We'll see if I can find Dave. See if we can get the kettle on. Oh, there he is there. He's in the shed there. He's not in the shed, he's in the greenhouse even. Dave!
Hello.
Hello! How are you doing?
Alright, Canny.
Canny, what are you up to?
Just filling me pots, getting ready to sow some seeds.
Champion. Is them the sweet peas?
The sweet peas, aye.
Is them the ones that you got from Life at the Allotment?
Life
the ones I got.
And from Peter.
From Peter as well.
Peter Edwards from Pete's garden.
Pete's back garden. I'm waiting for some seed to come through for myself as well. Hope to get them this week. I've got some seed for you as well, which I'll give you in a second. Also, I'll let you get the kettle on as well because I'm freezing.
We are, kettle on. I've just finished mine, so it's time for another one. Anyway, Andy Dawson, I know Poppy, he is watching me videos, and happy birthday, Poppy Dawson, for next week, or this week, or whenever. Happy birthday!
Cheers, Dave. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. So, right, I'm just going to get sorted here, quickly finish my video off, so I'll let you get on with that, and I'll see you back in the shed, Dave.
Well, get the kettle on. See you in a bit.
So yeah, you'll see Dave's update when he gets sorted out. He'll show you about what he's been doing in the garden. It's all to do with digging in preparation and getting sorted. Well, let's see, not a lot happening. Just called in to see Dave. Caught him sowing his sweet peas. Now, remember, don't eat them like my dad does, because he's an idiot. Just having a crack on with Dave. Look out for his video this week as well. I'm going to have a cup of tea in here, then I'm going to head off home. So that'll conclude my tour around the northeast today. I'll show you the stuff next week. You'll see what goodies I'm getting. I'm getting some onions and stuff like that as well, and that big tank from Jeff's. So I'll see you next week. See what I get on with. I've got more things to sow. I've got chilies to sow and things like that as well. You'll see that next week. He's crackers, this bloke, honestly, man. Love him. Right, from me and from Dave, I'll see you later.